The Monday morning after Hamzat Chimaev submitted Robert Whitaker with the face crank and broke his jaw, and it was spectacular. I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe what I saw. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought Robert Whitaker was going to win. I thought Robert Whitaker was going to get Hamzat into the second round and then into the third round. And okay, now we got a fight. Now Hamzat's getting jabbed up. That's what I thought was going to happen. Well, we didn't get to see it because in that first round, in my opinion, Robert Whitaker didn't do anything. He kind of froze, and he literally stood there in his stance and allowed for the takedown to happen. He almost invited it, and then Hamzat takes him down, and he just that was it. That was it. And then it was almost like Robert was like, okay, I'll just try to get up. I'll let him get the first takedown, and then I'll just get up from it. But he never did get up from it. And when he tried to, Hamzat was on him, and Hamzat was, one step ahead the whole time. And Robert Whitaker got steamrolled, and about 4 minutes into this fight, 3 minutes and 33 seconds in, as you can see here, he gets put in this face crank. And in my opinion, this move needs to be banned. Okay, this move is not only is it highly effective, right, but it's also too brutal. The consequences of this move are dire, and this is not a fight to the death. You know what I mean? Just be a disciplined martial artist. Look for that spot under the chin and get the choke. Because here's my question to you, to all of you that are, I'm sure, disagreeing with me right now. What if this was a neck crank? What if this was a neck crank and it broke his neck, guys? You know what I'm saying? What if he broke Whitaker's neck in three places? Knock on wood, God forbid. And we saw our first death inside the octagon. I don't want to see that, guys. I really don't. I don't want to see that. And I don't think you do either. It's also a move that lacks mercy for your opponent. This is mixed martial arts. This is not a bar fight. This is not a fight to the death. We have to keep the martial arts aspect of the sport alive, because if you don't, the savagery aspect takes over, and this is the savagery aspect. We've seen times where a guy like Lyoto Machida will head kick someone like Mark Munoz and not follow him up to the ground with punches. You know, he'll understand, okay, at a certain point, oh, my opponent's out cold. Okay, I'm not gonna hit him with super unnecessary shots. I'm not gonna be like Jorge Masvidal and punching this unconscious man. Fight's over. You're now letting your ego get the best of you, and you're trying to cause extra damage. You're trying to cause extra brain damage. You're savagely beating a man who is unconscious, and that's not right. It's not right, and it's wrong to do, and it's not necessary, and that's what this sport is becoming. You know what I mean? Me personally, like, if you ask me what do I prefer to see, I prefer to see when the guy goes out, the fighter lets up and he holds back his punch. There's a iconic image of Muhammad Ali doing just that to George Foreman. George Foreman is beating on Muhammad Ali all fight. Muhammad Ali finally turns the tide. He's dropping George Foreman. George Foreman's going down, and he could have, if he wanted to, land a right hand, picture perfect right hand right behind the ear of George Foreman, and it would have been labeled a clean shot. It would have been, but he could have taken it, but he decided not to. He decided not to. He decided, nah, he don't need that extra one. Just let him go down. He fallen down anyways. If he gets back up, we'll give it to him. He didn't get back up, and Muhammad Ali won the fight without going the extra mile. Even Habib Nurmagomedov, guys. Habib, when he fought Michael Johnson, he had his arm. He had his arm in a Kimura, and he just kept getting tighter and tighter, and he was like, listen, you have to give up. You have to give up. Like, I don't want to break your arm. And even against Justin Gaethje, he had his arm. He could have broken his arm in an armbar, but instead he went the triangle route. He didn't want to break his arm in front of his parents. You get what I'm saying? He wanted to preserve the health of Justin Gaethje. He was careful with him. Even when Islam Makhachev is fighting Dan Hooker, you have Khabib screaming to Islam Makhachev while he has the Kimura on Dan Hooker. Be careful with him. You get what I'm saying? And why is that? Because there's a certain compassion in here. There's a certain mercy that Khabib has, that Lyoto Machida has, that certain guys have. You could say Islam Makhachev as well, since he followed Khabib's orders, but there's a certain mercy that these guys have that you didn't see here with Khamzat. Khamzat didn't have that at all. He didn't care. He even said in the press conference, he said, listen, it happens. That's my job, right? Hurt people, get money, be happy. Which, by the way, Khamzat, I mean, I know money helps. Bro, but I don't know. I don't think money makes you happy. You know, I'm just going to say that. I know money helps. I know Khamzat's going through things with his son. I know he's going through a lot of personal things, but and money definitely, you know, money helps. But money's not happy. You know, money don't make people happy. It helps, though. So I would like to see this move banned, personally. That's the angle I'm taking with it. I would like to see this move banned, and it's just too effective, bro. Like, if I eye poked you, all of the most effective moves of the sport are banned from the sport. If I eye poked you, it's super effective. You're going to be blind, and, you know, you're going to, you know, Dwight Schrute from The Office famously said, the eyes are the groin of the head. So if I poke you in the eyes, you're going to be incapacitated. Boom, that's effective. If I, you know, kick you in the groin, that's going to be effective. If I bite you, that's going to be effective. If I small joint manipulated you, right? Let's say I took his thumb or his pinky finger here and I just snapped it in his glove. That's too effective, and that's banned. Biting people is effective, and it's banned. Grabbing the fence to stop a takedown is effective, but guess what? It's banned. You get what I'm saying, guys? This is too effective of a move. This is too effective. It's a brutality. It's going to be the new meta. And again, the thing that I keep thinking about is, what if this was a neck crank? What if Khamzat had him in a position for a neck crank and he just went for it? I'm just going to pop his head off. It's like, bro, this is bigger. Like, you're dealing with people's lives. He has his life in his hands right here, guys. You know what I mean? And I think that's not something to be played with. I think it's not something to be joked about or ha-ha, he-he. This is real life stuff, man. Robert Whittaker's got kids, you know? And I didn't like seeing it. As for the performance, though, scary dude, scary dude. Yeah, I saw MMA Guru say some nonsense about, oh, I'm not intimidated by Khamzat Chimaev now. I'm not feeling intimidated by him now. It's like, all right, bro. Okay. All right. You know what I mean? As to why he doesn't deserve a title shot, I just think, like, yes, in most case scenarios, yes, beating Robert Whittaker earns you a title shot for sure, 100%, without a doubt. In Khamzat's case, however, he has not proven that he can make weight consistently. He just hasn't fought enough to do that, right? Last time he fought was, what, 2020, 2022? 2 years or something? He hasn't fought in a while. And maybe 2023. Maybe it's been a whole year. I don't know. It's been a while. But anyways, he hasn't fought enough to make weight consistently, and he hasn't fought enough to where he actually makes it to the fight consistently. You know what I mean? And that's a big thing. That's very important. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Oh, no, wait, not yet. Yeah, it's a big thing. If you're going to give someone a title shot, you have to know that they're going to make it to fight night. You know what I mean? And you don't really know that yet with Khamzat. He did it this one time. But I think he should have to do it like 3 times. I think he should have to prove that he can do this consistently, you know? That way you don't have a belt on a guy who you don't know if he's showing up or not. And you have your whole hat hung on this event and him showing up because he's champion and all this stuff. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. Doesn't matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.